Is this the launch trailer? The quality good.
You are supposed to protect the people,
Oh.
not rule them.
He sounds like Kylo Ren, bro.
The time of guardians as shepherds of humanity is over.
Oh, he looks so sick.
No.
That's the Traveler.
I've been waiting so long for this.
Oh, he looks badass, bro. Virgin Hope. How'd the Drifter?
You've shown me a vision I can't shake. New Cabal, the Barrent Imperium, sprung up out of nowhere across the system.
Bro.
It doesn't just happen.
I'm a
It's
Star
the
Wars
line,
nerd, so
and I'm putting together a crew to prove
this
it.
is great for me. Eris?
What do you say,
Hold down.
weapon?
Yes.
Welcome to the new Mars. Now the only law on Tharsis is the gun on your hip and the light in your hands. You'll do well here.
The music is so good so far, too.
I don't relish doing business with these leeches. But we need to find out what the Dredgen are after.
Oh, he looks so sick. Okay, you can get a green one. I think that's new.
Justice. Why die for a criminal?
Why do you hate your own kind so much? It's time to take the fight to the Imperium.
Fire and Ice, that's cool. Okay, that's a cool shot, bro, with the jetpack.
Finish it. The Imperium is yours to lead.
Oh shit.
The next time we meet.
Only one play left.
He's got Thorn? Bro. Wait, is Drifter meant to be like Luke then? Being tempted to the dark side.
All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Bungie, or our Cantina today. We have converted our stream
cool.
room in celebration of our upcoming release, Destiny 2 Renegades, collaborative effort with Lucasfilm Games. We are so excited. My name is Dylan. I'm going to be your host today. We have a
But they
lot
showed
to
the
go through.
lightsaber
I have a
colors.
few housekeeping notes before we dive in. Ultimately, if you are on Twitch, if you watch for 15 minutes, we have a fantastic
forgot.
emblem for you to earn. Seekers, not Saints. Make sure your Bungie.net account is linked and you will earn this reward. Additionally, our community team, hey community team, love you. They're going to be going through chat throughout this stream and after we raid Leopard Stealth, one of our good friends. We have 25 Year of Prophecy digital editions to be handing out. So make sure your DMs are open. Keep an eye out for a DM from Bungie. And yeah, you might get yourself a code for a platinum platform that we offer. So what are we talking about here today? We just had our launch trailer. Destiny 2 Renegades is launching in 7 days. Countdown.
That's a
right
cool
now.
launch trailer.
7 days from now, you're going to be in there playing. We got blasters. We got the Praxic Blade. We have a new Vidoc that actually we are sharing today, and this is going to be called Making of a Renegade. So after we
Alright,
launch
I
our
opened
Vidoc,
Twitch,
we
I'm
have a
gonna
panel
get one.
of developers on the
I just
couch.
muted it, though.
We're going to be talking about the Lawless Frontier, our new activity that is coming with this experience, full of loot, full of fun experiences, and all that kind of stuff.
Ew.
So without further ado, let's watch a new Vidoc, Vidoc 2, Making
New
of a
Vidoc.
Renegade. Take it away.
I love Vidocs.
This is Destiny with the Star Wars lens, like this really cool combination that hasn't been done before.
Just love seeing the
Can't
devs
wait
get
to take
excited about
Praxic
stuff,
Blade
you know,
to
even
Mars.
if it's marketing.
Don't
Oh, you can
be
get a yellow one
ridiculous
too.
fan.
Okay.
Stay cool. Wait, we gotta squat it up and play through. Oh yeah.
Get back. Yeah.
This is why we got into games in the first place.
That's such a sick exotic, bro. With the shoulder shot and everything. I'm really interested in
Early
this
on, we
space too. It looks
developed
like a
this
social
North
hub.
Star, authentically Destiny, unmistakably Star Wars. It has to be something that feels like a Destiny story. It can't feel like a one-off. This can't feel like a side quest, right? Like this has to be a continuation of the Fate Saga.
Lodi? Lodi and Eris.
I had this vision. I knew it came from the Nine.
But with Star Wars beats and Star Wars visual.
This was uncharted territory for Lucasfilm Games, and that this is the first time we're telling a story inspired by Star Wars within a different universe.
At the heart
Oh, is he from Lucas
every
Games?
Guardian's identity is like this healthy, independent, rebellious streak.
We were excited to actually explore
Oh, he is?
that scoundrel fantasy, bounty hunters, the syndicates going out and doing jobs with a ragtag team. We took inspiration from Star Wars to ensure the scale, visual language, soundtrack, and cinematic storytelling in Renegades delivered on everything fans will have come to expect from the franchise.
Their outfits go so hard, bro.
Toxic Blade collaboration stands out to me.
Because lightsabers are
Yes,
so iconic,
lightsaber
it was
duels.
absolutely critical to get that balance right.
I'm nodding out,
Team
bro.
at Lucasfilm Games was just so solutions focused. It wasn't, it has to be this way. It was a lot of back and forth and asking questions about how would this work? Well, let's talk about it. All right, oh, so we need a different energy source. Okay, what would that look like?
It was all about like what is best for the player.
It's so
When we
badass,
announced
bro.
this collaboration with the studio, James may or may not have been wearing a fighter pilot helmet.
Yeah. Destiny and Star Wars shared that same beating heart. I was like, oh, this is gonna be special.
Do we get to gamble? Imagine, that'd be
We were
funny.
given such a unique challenge. How can we achieve the aesthetic and the
Love
feel
Allison.
of Star Wars without losing the narrative threads that we've created so far for Destiny at the same time?
It wasn't until we found our footing with creating a foundation in Destiny that things started to click together.
Is that what you want about
I
it, your
remember
fate?
the first time that we went down
The
to San
story was,
Francisco.
like,
we had this really
amazing.
big meeting where it was the Destiny narrative folks on one side and
Yoda?
the Star Wars narrative folks on the other side. We broke the ice by just asking, what's the bad version of this? We had a really good laugh over what that looked like. And through that, we kind of uncovered that this should be the aesthetic, the vibe of Star Wars with the truth to Destiny's narrative that we knew needed to be there too.
Yeah, like Destiny's always had Star Wars like inspiration.
We
All about
begin
light and
2
dark
months
and
after
hope
the
and
Edge
all
of Fate has
this.
happened. The world has moved and changed, and we're still trying to figure out what binding the Nine means.
The Vanguard have redacted the prophecy of extinction.
They don't want the public to panic over this prophecy.
The crux of our story is the Drifter asking us to help him break Vanguard law for good reason to confront a new rising faction of Cabal called the Barren Imperium.
I love how
Which
Eris
drives
is here.
Eris
I don't
to
think we
help
knew
the
that.
Drifter out, as well as the player Guardian.
Oh, she has
When
no
we were
mask
thinking
still?
about what kinds of characters should be in this release,
From,
we thought
Heresy?
about the kinds of archetypes we see throughout Star Wars.
Yeah, and Drifter is an easy parallel. He and Han Solo share a cocky attitude, both former criminals.
Yeah, I figured he'd be like the
Star
Han,
Wars,
but
there's
like,
a plethora of
kinda
sassy
seems like he's like a
droids.
Luke
We have
in
our
the
own version
story.
of that through Ghosts, and Blue is no exception.
Oh, look. Thanks for nothing.
Blue is a Drifter's ghost, and I think as soon as people
We
hear
haven't
her,
seen
they'll
his
be
ghost.
delighted and incredibly surprised.
Our voice cast is
Where is it?
stacked. Dredgen Bale
Oh.
is portrayed by Alex Lee, who is amazing.
You are supposed to protect the people.
okay, he looks so badass, bro.
And we also got Hollywood actual royalty Danny Houston to play Premier Loom, the head of the Barren Imperium.
Danny
Being
Houston,
able to work
who's
with
that?
someone from that kind of IMDb page was such an honor, and I was completely normal the whole time.
I'll Google it after.
Surrender to the Barren Imperium.
Loom became this sweeping
Oh, I recognize
militaristic
him,
figure
kind of.
that I think is going to be a really good parallel to Grand Moff Tarkin or other evil military leaders from the Empire.
So even
His
though we're
design is sick,
introducing new
too.
characters, we're still looking backwards at some of Destiny lore's most long-standing characters. Honor is another example of that. She's our Praxic warlock.
That's
She's
Honor.
loosely meant to be a parallel to something like a Jedi in
She gave us
Star Wars.
messages, right,
She
during
was part of a
Gambit
Vanguard
season.
internal affairs group that would police
Yeah,
Guardians on the usage
Warlock
of
or
darkness.
Honor.
Don't
or
make me
not
regret
Honor.
abandoning my post to help you.
Not now, Arnor.
Yeah, she has to grow up with the times a little bit. Because
Like, you
the
have to
world
pick
has
between her
changed,
and the
a
Drifter,
whole
I
lot of
think.
people are using darkness
Like
now,
allegiance?
and she gets to grow and kind of ask herself, like, am I still adhering to my own values if I allow myself to be open to these kinds of ideas?
The Drifter belongs with us!
The Drifter left your
Oh,
cult
his
long ago.
lightsaber's so cool.
And then there's Bale, Dredgen Bale.
Dredgen is a dark guardian.
Bro,
that
he looks
represents
so
absolute
sick.
darkness.
Dredgen Bale doesn't like the fact that we're ruled by a city of immortals who can't step down and that weren't elected. He's got kind of a point, but his methods for addressing that point suck. He makes many bad choices.
He's very edgy, but like,
One
it
of my
looks so
favorite parts
sick.
about a lot of villains in Star Wars is that they have just like the capability of making a right choice and then consistently do not make good choices.
Bale is trying to fill a hole in his life in all the wrong ways.
And he just can't, and he never will. But man, we're gonna hope that he does someday.
The time of guardians as shepherds of humanity is over.
The helmet in the background, bro. Oh, this story is gonna be so good. Even if, you know what, even if it goes just like Edge of Fate, the game dies, whatever.
This has been an opportunity.
The
where
story
you
is
love
gonna be so
Destiny,
good.
You love Star Wars. You want to do something with both.
They
or
really
you
hit their
ran
stride
into
with the
it.
story the past
Oh my
like
god,
few
it
years.
was such a challenge at first. Finding that sweet spot of how do we make
We don't
something
talk about
that
Lightfall.
can live in both worlds and not feel out of place in either, but also feel totally new and exciting. It wasn't always about where do we find the exact middle
Ooh.
ground, 50-50 Star Wars and Destiny, because at that point, you're feeling almost a little derivative.
There's those moments along the way when we
Yeah,
were
just wing it.
This is just Star Wars. This is not the purpose of the collaboration. We want to have something kind of
Yeah, like if something wants to be more Star Wars in one section of the
I
game,
remember
then
when we were
just
trying
do
to
it.
figure out
It
what we're going to
fits.
do with our new Cabal.
We started in that place where it's just Cabal wearing a stormtrooper outfit.
Yeah.
But it wasn't until we injected more of that
That's pretty
weird
funny.
alien design of a lot of these armor sets. That was kind of what switched it over from this is too derivative to this is really working.
Yeah, it looks
I think
like
it comes
a
through in the visuals
Right
in
Tech.
every single map. There are little Easter eggs and little treats here and there that we hit around, and Lucasfilm Games has been awesome at collaborating with us and even putting some of their input onto our maps so we can really give the players something exciting.
What's that, like the egregore taking
Switch
the
flipped in my head like,
freaking...
oh, we would
I like
never
it.
have done this without this collaboration was the syndicates.
Yeah.
We're going places with the Vex and the Elixni and the Cabal that we really weren't going to go before.
Oh yeah, and trench coats.
And trench coats, yeah. We have Vex in trench coats that are playing cards. It's so awesome, and I don't think we would have dared do that if we
Yeah, I
didn't have
like
this
how it's
opportunity.
it's
No,
not out of
and it's
nowhere
the
either,
perfect
you know,
time
for the
years
Vex.
to do it too.
They've
The
been building up the
Star Wars
storyline of them
fans on the
breaking
team
off
just
like
start coming out, telling their
2 years at this
stories
point.
about what they're
Since
excited to
Echoes.
build, and far be it from me to get in the way.
We make a lot of weapons in Destiny. How do you take a weapon?
It looks
in
like a new
Destiny, which we have
shield.
Literal
I don't know what that
like
is.
4 digits of guns, and
Understatement.
right, and make something that feels new but also does justice for Star Wars. And Blaster was really obviously the choice. They're roughly in 2 groups. There's dynamic blasters, which are intended to be harder hitting.
Yeah, I think they said
firing
this
a
in a
ton.
12. Oh, some of them are enemies too then, the ones who close.
And then we have a number of balance blasters. As you're shooting, and the heat is building up, you're going to have a venting opportunity where you can hit a perfect vent. It's like functionally a reload, so you can start shooting again much faster.
Sweet.
Sweet indeed.
I gotta ask though, what about those Cabal blasters? Are they accurate?
What difficulty are you playing on?
Imagine, yeah, they just miss every shot. That'd be funny.
We have swords in Destiny, but we don't have a Praxic sword. We don't have
We
a
do not.
lightsaber approximate. It's an exotic primary weapon that's kinetic, where you can reflect.
Oh, that one
a
looks
bunch of
sick.
blasts.
I guess it was just the angle.
Kill
It looked
enemies
like
with it and throw it out and get
weird
a ton
green.
Of damage.
Oh my god, it shreds.
Having the sandbox be able to explore this new like ability ecosystem with renegade abilities. We've taken so much of this opportunity and turned it into what we can like grow
every corner of the game, from the art, the design, the audio, the music, the UI, the rewards.
Oh shit, that looks like a cool UI.
Infused with the magic of the collaboration. It's really been a real treat to
Look at
be part of.
Destination, man.
Yeah, super satisfying.
Oh damn, they're showing the music. Imagine they got John Williams. That would be so crazy. I doubt it, but... There was rumors of Michael Salvatore coming back.
Good morning, everybody.
Oh, that's him? That's Michael Salvatore, I think.
Didn't mean to wake you up with that beat, sorry.
The guy on the left.
The overarching theme for this was to create a score for this release that
think that was
felt
him.
like it was cohesive as a
He is
whole.
back, let's go. Why did they fire him, bro? Pete Parsons an idiot.
We're all talking to each other and collaborating with each other. We were able to explore different ways of orchestrating, different ways of writing with the orchestra.
I'm pretty sure that is Michael
expand on
Salvatore.
the Destiny palette and make it fresh and new.
Destiny goat, bro.
When I look at the Star Wars scores, there were certain elements that naturally fit string flourishes or wood flourishes that would play into a certain moment. When it's like, oh, I know I want something to feel more Williams, so I'll push it. Not this Williams, the John Williams.
Okay.
I'll push it more in that world.
Yeah, so they don't have him. That makes sense. I don't know if they could afford him.
Some ideas that felt more full-on Star Wars, and once you like flesh out the percussion arrangement, it instantly sounds more Destiny as a result.
For me, a lot of it was about framing, where when I use a lot of the Destiny themes, how I set them up and how I'm transitioning in and out of moments are much more Star Warsy in terms of the harmony and orchestration.
I love how they've got a whole section on
I think
music.
the most exciting part about this was the opportunity to work with these guys and Mike.
You
Yeah, it's
definitely
Mike,
made it
bro.
a point to kind of bring us together and listen to each other's music.
The goat is
You wrote
back.
something with the most beautiful oboe solo in it, and it drives me nuts that I didn't think of it first.
No one wanted to follow Brendan, is what it came down to. Brendan's cues just sound amazing from the start.
He might not be back permanently though, which would be sad, but
I remember knowing
No.
your first high action cue.
at least there's no bad blood, right? If he came back.
Everyone was like, oh.
Or the paycheck is big.
Because it's really fast, really intense.
Either way, win-win for him.
Kept on like spinning around and looking at you.
Humans have to play this. Jeez.
And you know
Destiny
what? Fuck
has
yeah.
so many themes. And
Showing the
that was like a
importance of
great
human
vehicle for
creativity.
Doing the Star Wars spin.
No AI
The first
bullshit,
meeting
bro.
was discussing that main theme, and I remember hearing it for the first time.
But this is gonna be the title screen music.
And everybody kind of perked up when we all heard it. We're all having ideas that were just a little bit different from one another. That was all sort of impacted what the final version of the theme was.
Bro, that's so Star Wars. Oh my god.
Dredge and Bale. That kind of teed off the main theme, and the fact that we were exploring the idea of this kind of anti-Guardian character set in this story of scoundrels. We wanted something
Wait,
that
is
would
this the first
be
time
a backbone to tell
the bad guys
longer
being a
arc story.
Guardian?
It has a layer of ominousness
Of an
to
expansion.
It.
I think
has
it
a
is,
layer of
right?
mystery to it, but it can be turned other ways.
I felt a sense of menace.
Yeah.
I'm just excited.
I might have to buy this
get
soundtrack.
to experience it with players.
Just really hope that, personally, I've written something that they can really connect with and love, and if I can cause a couple of goosebumps in there, I'll take that as a bonus too.
I hope players get taken on a journey
So sick, bro.
that inspires them and makes them feel like
The environments
this
too,
world
they're
is
so
really
detailed.
unique and really special.
My favorite feeling as a creator is getting to watch someone's look of like absolute surprise.
Yes.
I want players to feel hope, that exciting, boundless potential that Destiny has, and world of possibility that Star Wars unlocked.
I want them to show us with a red lightsaber. As the rancor.
I've been waiting so long for this.
They got such a good voice for that guy, bro. Literally Kylo Ren, bro. It's like... That was a long Vidoc.
Right,
How long
welcome
was
back
it?
to the Cantina. So what you just saw was our second Vidoc, making of a Renegade, or what it takes to make a Renegade.
The trailer.
This is our moment to really peel back the curtain and show you how games are made. It's a monumental effort, and what
That's
you
like
saw
almost 15
was a
minutes.
mix of our narrative design, audio, our collaboration efforts with Lucasfilm Games. Many thanks to everyone involved. Also, a few folks that weren't pictured there, ranging from design, production, test. Even a shout out, I gotta give it to IT for keeping our computers running, and our services folks too for keeping our servers running. So today we're gonna be talking about the Lawless Frontier. This is our new activity coming with Destiny 2 Renegades, and we have three developers on our couch.
Makes sense. They're not going to talk about the dungeon. They're not going to talk about
without further ado,
story.
Let's get some introductions. Eric Smith, we're starting with you.
DMG, Damage 04. Yes, my name is Eric Smith. I am a combat design lead on Destiny 2. You may know me from my work where I was the design lead on the Strand subclasses.
Oh, he made Strand too. He's a goat.
Abilities, and most recently the Renegades ability buffs.
Awesome. Yeah, next up, Tom Farnsworth. This is the first time that you and I are in a stream together, but a quick introduction for folks that may not have seen you in previous Vidocs.
Yeah, so I'm Tom, the creative lead for Renegades, and I've been at Bungie for like, I don't know, I can't even remember, like 13, 14 years.
Oh yeah, that's when the other guy was hosting them, right?
Destiny 2.
When he went to Marathon.
The highlights were probably like Dreaming City, Season of the Splicer, 30th and Into the Light were the most recent things I worked on leading in this, but this has been an absolute blast to work on.
Awesome. Yeah,
he's been there forever, bro.
And last but not least, our grid skipper aficionado, Taylor Bjorndal. How you doing?
Great. Yeah, Taylor Bjorndal, associate web
Recognize him
designer. Here to talk about all the rewards and blasters and the practice blade and all the other stuff we made for you to chase.
Oh my god, he's going to talk about the blade.
So just for folks, if you end up missing anything, if we go a little bit fast, we got a lot to pack through. We'll have a VOD on Twitch and YouTube after this. And if you missed our Vidoc or the launch trailer, those will be uploaded as well. So what we're seeing on screen right now, we're launching into a Lawless Frontier activity. Tom, I would love to put the spotlight on you. Let's give a quick description. What is the Lawless Frontier?
So the Lawless Frontier is our core game mode in Renegades. You're going to play through some of the campaign, but it's really what comprises our end game. And the idea is that you're a renegade, you're taking on these shady jobs like bounty hunting, smuggling, and sabotage from our syndicates, and you're doing so to increase your notoriety, your power, and your riches.
30 minutes.
To get some sweet loot.
Yeah,
it's literally an extraction.
Bounty
it's an
hunting,
extraction game mode.
That kind of stuff. Those are different types of this activity, right?
Yeah, they are.
That in Marathon. That's a new weapon, right? That's not one of the blasters.
A key syndicate boss. Sabotage is about blowing.
Oh, that was the rift while moving thing they announced.
Dropping airstrikes on Cabal vehicles, and smuggling is about grabbing everything that isn't tied down.
Yeah. In true fashion, when you're going into a dangerous spot, you got to just grab whatever you can find, right?
Yeah.
So
that doesn't look like one of the ones they showed off.
And I believe you said this is kind of like a quintessential Destiny vibe of an activity, right?
Yeah, it's probably the closest to a traditional Destiny activity, but you're going to start in the ready room, which is kind of a unique experience, and you're going to be able to pick your renegade abilities in there from your little
that's cool.
buddy that's in there.
Hypernova's back.
Hawk, and you'll drop down to the destination. You can see we're already in on one of the Mars maps that we have. There are all these jobs take place.
Not sure where the blade sound effect is coming from, but I hope that's placeholder. Because I can't tell if it's from the lightsaber or the
right now we're doing a bounty hunt, and we're working to
the weird thing that was happening around him. The AoE thing.
After this, there'll be resurgence of the security forces of that target. They'll have a classic
weapon lockbox, extractable.
A bunch of wrinkles thrown in for gameplay here of things.
Literally an extraction shooter.
Your abilities, maybe an invader, which we'll talk about later, and then you'll exfil with your bounty and get some loot and take that back to our social space.
I like how they put the Star Wars finishes on.
You'll be able to spend your currencies to buy some of the cool blasters.
Damn, it's literally an extraction shooter.
For the practice of blade we're going to talk
you got the
about.
jetpack on too.
Yeah, and I mean, so as we're going through this, we're going to be seeing a lot of abilities that players know and love on screen, but we have new abilities, renegade abilities, that are going to be for this activity. And Eric, you're going to be our our person of knowledge here.
Yeah.
What do we got on screen?
Yeah, so Renegade
Food
Abilities
business?
is a new ability system we have.
Oh,
in
okay, that's food
Renegades.
business. Never mind.
What you do is we have a brand new button for you to press. That's going to be R3 on the controller and then Z on the keyboard. And that's going to kind of switch you into a different mode that gives you new abilities for your grenade and your melee. That sends out one of these tokens. We have here on the screen, you can see we have one called Revitalize that heals you and provides you with ability energy. And then we have the other one, which is the Deflector Shield, which is this zone I can sit inside and shoot out of, and
Double
it blocks
shield.
all the incoming damage. It's also going to, for my allies who are inside the shield, it will amplify them and then jolt any enemies who pass through it.
Okay,
And
so
all
at
of
the
these
moment,
have 7 levels of upgrades.
and the
So
lightsaber is
when
going
it
off
first starts, they will have
subclass
certain
because he has a
functionality
green
and certain
one,
strength, and as
and
you
he's on
upgrade them,
strand.
they're going to get better and better. And they really change the
Titan is on arc, I think.
Right, like they're kind of
And he
these
has a
pocket
blue one.
supers almost. That as a hunter, I'm able to be like, I'm going to build support. Right, I'm going to choose these 2 supports.
You're gonna block it.
Renegade
Reflect the
abilities
hypernova.
and make sure my team
never mind.
has what they need to survive this tough environment. You can also see in this mode we have non-regenerating health. So things like that Revitalize Renegade ability are really going to come in handy to be like, we need to take a break and heal. Let's pop over here to some safety, and anyone can build into that if that's what they want. You know, we have things like vehicles that you can pull in or you can call down from your ship. So that's one thing.
Yeah, this
There's
is
so much
new,
to talk
right?
about.
That's a scout.
Well, before we
I
get
guess
to the
there's more
ship, actually,
blasters
let's talk
that they
a little
didn't
bit more
show.
about the health mechanics in here. Because we had this in some previous activities like Nether, and we got a ton of great feedback on like how much you get back, how you get it back.
Okay,
and
so
I've
it's like
seen
the
already
Nether.
in this activity, as you're going through, there are some pots. There's some ways that you can get it. There are the Renegades abilities. But Tom, if you want to talk a little bit more about it.
We took Nether as a base, but I'd say this is a little bit more forgiving. The way that health
That's
works
kinda
is
cool.
you've got a large pool of health.
Nether was really
It does
good.
not regenerate at the top level, but if you get down to 0, it will regenerate to the base shield, so you're not stuck with a red flashing screen. And you can either use a normal sandbox like a rift, a healing, a support weapon. You can crack open these pots that have those little healing orbs you can see on the screen to get some of your health back. Or you can use things like Revitalize and like build your Renegade abilities into
Look at the ammo, like a percentage.
in front of you. And one thing that I really like about this mode is like we've got expert, master, grandmaster, and on grandmaster you're really gonna need to use all these abilities that kind of like coordinate with your teammates. And
Yeah, you
kinda
can do all the
build a
difficulties
loadout
too.
to kind of conquer the challenges we put in front of you.
Awesome.
They're not like campaign difficulties
going back
either,
to-
it's like-
you would mention the ship when we're using our Renegade abilities.
Or like mythic
I
and
think
stuff.
earlier outside of the Vex Dome, there was kind of like an airstrike that happened too, right?
Yeah, we have a strafing run that you can upgrade, and your ship, so the one that you have customized and put your shader on, will fly through the arena and drop bombs in sequence, right? And
That's
as I
kinda
upgrade
cool.
this, it gets more.
Yeah,
and
he
more
has, like, a new
devastating
shield.
until it like is but beyond any of the supers we have in the game. It's incredible. There's another
Dark
one.
matter
that is the
ingot
Cabal
lockbox.
drop pod, and what that does is, if you're familiar with a Cabal drop pod, it is this giant metal ball that slams into the
Yeah,
ground.
that white stuff that was like circling around
In
him, I
this
don't know if
case,
that's
it
the
is
sword
almost like a
thing.
supply drop because it's full of ammo.
You see, he's on arc.
And it's also going to squish
And he has
anything
a
under
blue
us,
sword.
and it does incredible damage.
I
Not
hope you
only
can
that, but
customize the color,
it will
apart
damage
from
you and
subclass.
your teammates, so you got to be really careful.
It will delete them.
Yeah, just delete them. You got to be careful where you drop this.
Offensive supply drop.
Yeah, but you can be the Cabal now. You can turn it around on them.
Yeah.
That's such a funny ability. You
Jordan,
can call in a
we've
drop
had
pod.
you kind of sitting quiet over there. I'd love to talk about the blasters that our players have been using. So in the Vidoc, we were talking about the balanced blaster and the dynamic blaster. Can you break down each, just a quick review of each, and then we can talk through some of the reload mechanics?
Yep, sure. So yeah, we have 2 sets of blasters, or 2 different kinds of blasters. The dynamics are like more aggressive, harder hitting, faster rate of fire. They can like generally punch above their weight class, but they're like a little bit harder to manage heat on. The balanced blasters is more like a rain of bullets. Like I'm just gonna unload on a big pack of stuff and like really have like a deep mag.
Cool. And what you can see on screen right here, these are going to be all the blasters that you can get from running our Lawless Frontier activity, and then we'll actually have a slate of blasters that you can earn through the dungeon, which we'll talk a little bit about later. But yeah, when it came to really balancing blasters and bringing them into Destiny as a new kind of weapon type, I would love to hear what were the challenges, what was some of the fun in developing those things with the team.
Absolutely, yeah. So like one of the things that was in the Vidoc was kind of finding the balance of like how much Star Wars versus how much Destiny we wanted on these things, and it was a collaborative effort with basically everybody on the team. These were Mercule's project for most of this release, but it was like a big effort on design,
Mercules,
test,
isn't it
animation,
Mercules?
audio to really sell the experience of using these and to make them look and feel the part.
That
of,
jetpack
what
looks
people would
so
expect
sick.
from both the Destiny gun and the Star Wars blaster.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, since we're on the topic of loot and gear, our Guardian right now is using the new Praxic Blade and also getting smashed by a Cabal drop pod. But I'd love to hear about the customization that y'all developed for this, and this can be Tom and Bjorn talk to it. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, so you're going to get the Praxic Blade by collaborating with Honor throughout the campaign. She's going to like deem you worthy of earning it. You'll go on a cool little quest that I don't want to spoil to earn one for yourself. And then post-campaign, you're going to unlock the ability to customize it. You're going to be able to change out your dark matter crystals and change the color of the blade to match your personality. And you're going to be able to change a bunch of different mods and gameplay elements, right?
Yeah. So there's a whole bunch of different things you can kind of swap to fit your playstyle on this, where we have forms, cores, mods, and 4 different catalysts on it. And the forms kind of change like how you can get ammo back and give you some damage bonuses based off of different gameplay styles. And the cores let you apply subclass verbs to a different part of what the weapon does, depending on something that matches your subclass. So like you can add sever to like the saber throw, or something else.
That's sick.
Like weaken or
Weaken to a
Cool
lightsaber.
combos where I am strike, I'm throwing to debuff enemies and then getting it back and striking again.
Yeah, and during a couple of our trial runs with this, you were talking about there are some animations and different combos in your melee structure, right?
Yeah. So there's like a 3 or 4 hit combo you can do where you will end it with like a big spinny.
Okay, that sword noise is the white thing that like spins around him.
Almost
Probably like an
artifact
artifact mod or something.
has like the little hidden combo there.
Awesome.
I did want to call out, we also saw the Renegade ability, the turret that we have. It is called the Piker Mortar, and it is like the strongest turret we've ever built. Like it is, it has crazy range, crazy damage, and is a really nice, I'm going to throw this thing out to manage this part of the map. Yeah, while I deal with other stuff.
Perfect. Yeah, and, so as we're coming to the end of this activity, I'd love to just know kind of some of the narrative dressing. So as you're going into the Lawless Frontier, it's our activity, but also kind of like the feel of this experience. And there's a turf war going on. I know Robbie.
I wonder if that's an ability or if it's like an artifact mod.
Turf war a bit, but Tom, if you could expand on that and how that sets up this activity.
Sure. So in the end game, the syndicates are in this kind of ongoing turf war across Mars, Venus, and Europa, and you can kind of take advantage of that by, taking on their contracts that they offer and kind of winning out the day for them. But in doing so, you can extract maximum power, profits, rewards from them.
This map looks pretty big, actually.
You earn through engaging in these jobs.
Didn't expect it to be so big.
These priority contracts they offer, you can go back to the social space. You can. They each have their own reward track, like the Pikers.
Yeah, social.
The Tharsis Reformation. They offer weapons to unlock, new abilities, upgrades for those abilities. Some elements or mods for the Praxic Blade, and a whole bunch of other things like some
elements or mods.
Like rep your favorite syndicate on your armor, which is pretty cool. It's definitely with the Lawless Frontier, it's one of the most cohesive and deepest modes we've ever built. Like everything from this mode types into the holo map, into
the extract thing,
the different mini game modes within it, into the social space. So like it's going to be exciting to see players kind of peel back all the layers and maybe get into some the darker corners like Invasion.
Yeah, and I mean, so we've progressed. We've defeated the boss that we were hunting down for our bounty hunt. And this portion of the activity is kind of emblematic of
they have new shields.
That's dangerous.
Keeps regenning unless you
objective. Now it looks like
you break
fight your way out.
Yeah. So every job in the Lawless Frontier, in this case bounty hunt, like it escalates over
What
time.
the hell,
So
bro?
it
This
gets
sniper?
harder the longer you're there. So there's real pressure to get in, do your objective, and get out.
Like that one sniper from
We're in the exfil. This
from
is a
Advanced
final moment of the
Warfare card.
activity. You send up a flare, you call your ship
I
in.
remember what it was
The
called.
Cabal are pouring down on you here. You're throwing out your renegade abilities, and you're just trying to survive until
don't die.
Your ship gets there. In this case, each of the 3 jobs, bounty hunt, smuggle, and sabotage, have their own unique mechanic. So for bounty hunt, you have to take out these 3 mini bosses, which we call retaliators here.
Yeah, so as our fire team is fighting their way out, we actually do have a preview of a fun exotic that's coming with the reward pass in Destiny 2 Renegades.
Oh, is this one they haven't
shown?
shown?
A preview that we can share. But Bjorndal, if you could give a quick overview of our exotic machine gun.
Yeah, so this is the service of
Oh.
Zaku. It's a very
Zaku?
unique machine gun. It's almost like a necromancer, broodweaver theme where you
Zaku has
turn your enemies into these little
machine gun.
nests of threadlings that you can like shoot and then spawn more and like build.
He
it
was
up
the
to
friendly
control
wizard
like a
from
space.
Final Shape.
Yeah, and
You don't
Threadlings
remember
just
the
got
name.
a buff, correct?
Threadlings did get a buff. They're smarter than they were before.
Yeah, and sorry, so to segue more appropriately, over the last few weeks we've been doing
How many Hypernovas
series
they
of
got, bro?
articles with y'all on the Sandbox team talking about the core game updates coming to Destiny 2 available to all players. So we have a lot of quality of life changes that are coming to your supers, your subclass abilities, all that kind of stuff that we just previewed yesterday. One of which, Warlock focused, was around Threadlings, your strand abilities.
Sword Storm
if you wanna cover
combo.
that really quick.
That's what I said on his buff.
So you can see here the Warlock is moving while rifting, which is a huge kind of quality of life upgrade that allows you to dodge attacks, get into cover, close the gap while you're casting your ability. Works really well with the new Warlock exotic as well. So there are, if you haven't seen that article we put out yesterday, please check it out. There's a lot of great buffs. We've shown hunters a lot of love. We love our hunters. We want them to feel powerful.
Yeah, we saw some feedback with the exotic tuning article. Hunters
Sword
were like,
Hawk.
wait, I want to see more, which in the future...
Oh my
we
god,
will
you can like
definitely have
drive it and shoot to help your friends. That's actually pretty cool.
We can't, but because there's a lot of exciting hunter stuff that we are working on.
So with the abilities updates for hunters, Golden Gun got a pass?
Yeah, so Golden Gun got a pass, does more damage, and now scorches on impact. We fixed an issue where you had to step outside of your well to get full damage. Now you can stay in the well.
Yeah, that's nice.
Outside of that, we saw in the gameplay Gunpowder Gamble. If you throw it and you shoot it before it explodes naturally,
does more
it does
damage,
more
and it
damage,
goes shrapnel.
more radius, and also spits out little kind of seeker projectiles.
Yeah, and as we're getting our loot, we need to cover the Titan changes for...
Wait, he has a red one? He has a red one?
Yeah, the big...
Yeah, Sentinel
Oh
Shield,
wait,
we're excited
I'm
about
stupid.
this
That's the
one. So
emote.
Sentinel Shield is getting a shift a little bit.
A bit of a rework, right?
Yeah, a bit of a rework. The usage rates weren't great, and we want to provide something
I got so
that
excited,
is,
bro.
kind of on par with well, as far as like, what am I going to take into a raid to support my team? So in Renegades, your Sentinel Shield, as you're holding it up, your allies behind
This is
your
stuff they've
shield
already,
are going to
they put in the blog
auto-reload,
yesterday.
and there's just kind of rhythm to it. So if you can
It'd be nice if they
fire
put
at
the
right
Star
time,
Wars
you can just, like, rocket,
cosmetic stuff, like the emotes and
rocket.
stuff,
So
in
it
for
is-
Bright
it
Dust
is, like, the
this
actual,
season.
like, damage
That'd be
increase
nice.
is big. Not only that, but as I guard my enemies and the shield takes damage, I'm charging this bar up that charges up my shield throw, and at full charge, that shield throw is going to do Thunder Crash level damage.
Excuse me?
Which, depending on how players use it,
I didn't
maybe
think it'd do that
two
much
of those out
damage.
of a single super, like it's strong. And that's
I saw
what
it does
we
more
want. We
damage,
want
but I didn't see it did
to,
Thunder Crash damage.
Provide that power fantasy to players.
Holy
think,
shit, Super Shield?
This era of Destiny is like fun first.
Yeah.
We want players to have a great time and feel overpowered.
I'm gonna hold
Thanks.
you to it.
Yes,
Yeah,
please,
I
bro.
honestly can't wait.
PvE,
But, yeah, so we
let us
finished
feel
our
strong,
activity, our
please.
first run of the Lawless Frontier. Now we're going to
Hello,
go
Aunt.
into another. And Tom, you had mentioned invasions earlier in the stream, and this is going to be our opportunity to show a little bit of that. Flavor. We're going to look
Gambit
at some of
to
the
welcome back.
orbit screens and our new holo map, and then we're going to show what it is to be invaded. New optional activity type as well, right?
Yeah. So in Invasion, like you might be familiar with Gambit. This is kind of like a new take on that kind of familiar mechanic here in Renegades, and we want players that kind of take on the role of a bounty hunter.
Oh, the
working
pool
for the
looks
syndicates,
different.
tracking down these
little
renegades
bit.
that are messing up their operations, taking out their commanders, stealing their stuff.
Oh, I like
and so
that.
you get
That's
to be
cool.
kind of play on the other side. You get to play on the opposition. So you're allied with all of the enemy combatants on the field. You can kind of wade in amongst them and pick and choose the strategic moment where you want to
Contested
kind of like
territory.
lash out these players and like steal their bounty.
Yeah.
And
So how do you launch into this?
so here's the holo map, just for everybody. This is kind of a standard interface for the Lawless Frontier. This is how you access the social space, all of our jobs, and then in the end game we unlock the yellow node, which is invasion, and the red node, which is the contested territory.
Why a death mark?
We can take a look at the contested node here. This is where all like every day the
Bro,
syndicates
this
are fighting over
UI
one
is
of
so
the,
sick.
The maps on each of the planets, and you can kind of
This is why we want the
throw
director.
in your pledge to the side you want to fight for. But these are also invadable nodes. So one thing I want to highlight is that invasion is opt-in. It's not a requirement. So if players don't want to deal with PvP, they can do like an expert difficulty for this, or they can just go to any of these other nodes.
This
on the
is
map
such a
here
cool
that are
idea,
invadable.
'cause it's
But
like-
the priority, the contested node.
You get to
on the
choose.
highest
There's something for
difficulties,
both kinds of
like,
players,
That's
you
where
know.
the highest rewards are. That's where the invasion is. Now, on the other side, if you're an invader, you don't need to worry about the nodes. You can just go to the invasion node. You need to have some death marks, which are a currency you earn by playing by just playing Lawless Frontier. You'll just accumulate
You
them.
can wager more death
And
marks to get
one
more
interesting wrinkle
rewards.
here is you can actually wager those for additional rewards. So if we go to the little
Contracts,
pane
wallet.
here on the side, there's these things. There's the death marks. You can interact with them two or three times.
Guessing
to
you lose
double
them if you
and
fail.
triple your rewards, which obviously you're taking on some risk here. If you go do an invasion and it doesn't go your way, you could lose those tokens. But I think a lot of players are going to want to do this because they can just get triple rewards on each invasion, which is really exciting. And on the other side,
Yeah, that's
for
good
people that
too.
invaded,
Make it like really rewarding, just
you know,
because
you
like
take the invader down,
if it's
you're
not
gonna
very
get more time on the
rewarding,
clock, you're gonna get,
why would you
some
do it?
revives back, and every
Just do
time
the
you kill
normal
invader, you're
PvE
gonna
one
have
that's
the chance to
easier.
drop extractables, which are rewards you can dunk at the end of the activity to get bonus armor, weapons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stellar. So let's get our invader launched in here.
Ew.
We'll go back to our gameplay team.
Yep.
But while we're loading in, let's talk about what is the actual like kind of approach to invasions. What are the objectives aside from seeking out guardians and destroying them?
Yeah. So as an invader, you're gonna start in the ready room, which we're gonna show in a minute here. You're gonna pick your loadout, like what's the right renegade abilities to bring in, and we've seen in playtest there's like a lot of different fun combos here. Like, are you gonna bring in the deflector shield, and then like the other team's gonna drop one, and then you're fighting on the Venn diagram of the deflector shields, or are you gonna just be a little more brute force and drop a behemoth and like kind of like but try to be sneaky about it, and that's pretty hard to be sneaky in a giant walker. But you want to really pick those moments as the invader, because your goal here is to.
I hope this
get
idea
6
pays off for
kills
them, because
or
it's
3 kills
really
and 3
cool.
crests.
Like
you've got 6
in
points you need to
theory.
get. You've got about 5 minutes to do it. You've got 3 lives.
I don't think it's really for me. I don't
You've
really
got-
like
so you've got
Gambit
just
or
enough
PvP
time
or
to
anything.
really
So
kind of like get in there, see where they are, kind of like rotate around, and then do a surgical strike.
or
and then try to
Miami
get 'em all in one
22.
go.
His name's Miami, bro.
And if you're lucky, you can do that, but you've got a few chances. And on the other side, they're going to know you're there. They're going to see that there's an invader on the field, but they're also trying to juggle the objectives that are on their side. And
they don't know when in the activity it's going to happen, right? So it could happen early on, it could happen later.
Yep.
But only happens once.
I got as a
per-
freaking
only
cloak.
once. Yeah, gotcha.
Cool. And then one of the fun dynamics here too is
Minotaur with a
you
freaking
can
cape,
instill
bro.
a little bit of anxiety in that team you're invading.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't have to hop in immediately and go guns blazing. You can wait until they're at a pivotal moment where they're like, "Where's this guy?
Yeah,
What's
wait
going to
until they
happen?
fight the boss.
It's been 3 minutes. Where are
Wait
they?"
until someone breaks off to go find a chest.
Yeah. Oh man. So in terms of balancing as well, are there any like extra abilities or things that invaders are going to have at their disposal, or is it just a match of the renegade abilities?
It's mostly renegade abilities, though. Invaders will have some amount of super, no heavy, and when they come in, we do highlight the PvE, the defender players, just so like they have a little bit of an idea where to go, and they can use that knowledge to kind of plan their initial attack.
Cool. Yeah, and it's been a bit of a balancing act as you've been going through
It's
this.
like
in different
Gambit,
cycles.
pretty much.
In Gambit, like we juice that invader because it's a 1v4. In this, because you have the chaos of the lawless frontier and all that kind of stuff. Like you want it to be tilted a little bit because it's 1v3, but also you want to make sure if players are opting into this, they still have a fighting chance.
Yeah.
So.
And there's also the element of the non-regenerating health, which is a larger health pool, right? We've tuned it so it's it's more or less the same TTKs or time to kills as you have in Crucible, but players don't regenerate health, so you kind of have to take that into account when you are,
so it's not more health for like PvP.
Yeah, when you're
like bro, he's
that can happen like for the invader where they can
His light
kind of
side's red.
down if they're not paying attention.
We have our invader in their ready room. Let's talk about
he has a red lightsaber.
Buddy
Let's go.
Yeah, here's our little Shank buddy. You want to speak to any of these abilities there?
Yeah, so we have 9 Renegade abilities here. Huge shout out to Cat Sayers and the rest of the tech design team.
Oh, that's kind of sick. They have like a lot to them.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like right now we got Nate picking the Imperium Behemoth and the Drop Pod, but yeah, there's a variety.
Oh yeah,
of
okay.
ones
So
to
they have
choose from. Yeah,
abilities
multiple,
and they have upgrades.
We have 3 different vehicles, and each of those vehicles have different upgrades with different functionality.
Yeah, and the Behemoth has like 3 or 4 versions of it too.
Yeah, there's like missiles and the audio and everything is just so good. Okay, so our invader has started. It looks like moving toward our targets and
you have to defeat them 6
to throw
times.
That coin. So you can see there they clicked that right stick, and that is going to ready the ability. They then throw the ability and just drop.
Oh my god!
the drop pod to get
ammo
heavy
explosion.
ammo. Yeah.
Yep.
So
you can ammo pinata,
some
bro.
heavy ammo to go into battle.
And Tom, before we were hopping in here before the stream, we were talking about like the size of the maps and how as an invader, like the first few runs, you might feel maybe a little lost because there's a lot of space to cover. But as you get more acquainted with Europa or Venus or Mars, you can find better paths to get directly to the combat, right?
Yeah, these are some of our bigger maps we built. They're more comparable to like our larger public spaces that we built in Destiny. And again, there's 6 of them, and like there's any number of arenas these PvE players can be in that you're going to be.
Oh my gosh.
So our invader just wiped one out with the Thunder Crash and tried to hide and throw out the beacon for the
Walker.
The Walker, yeah, or the Imperium Behemoth as we call it. But then got needle stormed right before they could jump into it. That was incredible.
So that's one of those strategic
present
of like, how do I put the chess pieces down? How do I approach this and all that?
That was interesting because they invalidated that beacon right before they could use it. So the timing was impeccable.
Oh man. Oh boy, what was I just talking about? Size of the maps. Yeah, in rewards, I wanted to ask really quick too. So as you're wagering, you add more and more. Is there like a cap? Is it double the amount of rewards, or do you have?
It goes up to triple. So each additional death mark you put down is will double or triple.
There's the walker.
There we go.
Jumping in. We're already taking a lot of damage.
And the more
I don't know if he's gonna do
Damn,
it.
he's getting messed up.
He bailed.
And he got T-crushed.
Did they get him? Who got who?
Oh, we had some conversations leading into this of like, hey, we need to make sure Nate hold back a little bit. And now I think one of our gameplay folks is just like, oh, Nate, you're mine.
Deleted.
Yeah.
No, going back to rewards, the better you do as an invader, the more rewards you're going to get. So each kill, each crest you put on the scoreboard, it equals more rewards. And then those get multiplied by your wager.
Cool.
All
right, you still get something if you fail.
Twice. The invader has, you said 3 lives?
I guess,
Three
just like
lives,
not
and
as
then you
much.
can see up at the top of the screen it says invader present still. So they're
Oh, he's coming back for revenge.
And
it's immediately shut down.
Shut down with the 3.
I'm never gonna let Nate lose this.
with the 3 coin wager too, or the 3 death mark wager.
He made a little bit there.
Good job.
So that's the I'm gonna put a little elbow in the ribs. The gambit you're taking. Ha 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 ha. So all right, we've gone through some Renegades
Good one.
content, rewards, all that kind of stuff. I would love to shift focus a little bit to our general rewards update. So in the portal, in a bunch of different activities, we're going to have some new weapons that we're offering. We also have an armor refresh for a bunch of our activities. And Bjorn, I'm going to put the spotlight on you.
Please don't be a reskin.
So starting with our Vanguard Ops.
I imagine
sort
it's
of,
new because it's a
armor
new
set. This is going
expansion.
to be earned through Solo Ops, Fireteam
Not
Ops,
like a free
and our new
mid-update.
Arena Ops activity, which is bringing back 6-player activities to our portal, which is really exciting. It's going to be kind of like your militaristic, hey, I'm a grunt. I'm getting in there, I'm fighting the dark forces.
Isn't it?
The weapons, Bjorndal. Up
I don't really
front,
like
we
it.
have a new pulse rifle. What do we got?
Yeah, it's a new arc rocket frame pulse rifle.
I don't like the
so
Vanguard
you have
like
an
theme
energy slot
stuff.
option now to go with your mid retrograde. A lot of excellent perks on here. I know a lot of people love the arc perks and weapons, and now you'll have it on a rocket pulse.
And then we have a fusion
rocket
rifle
pulse.
and a sidearm.
Yep.
I missed that.
Cool. And then we do have some weapons that we're not showing in this stream, so stay tuned for launch. But next up, we're going to have our Pinnacle Ops. So in our previous season, it was a kind of streetwear samurai.
Bushido was
and,
cool.
This armor theme is
Kendo.
Like
And then we have two
Look like
returning
fencing.
weapons that I know players have been pretty excited about seeing in the past. Some new perk combinations, but also a new heavy crossbow.
Yeah, so this is a new Void crossbow to kind of fill out our elements for the crossbow now, and I think this one can get box breathing, which is new. Should be pretty good for crossbows too.
Oh boy! So box breathing, aim down sight, get extra damage, and then run up to the enemy. Box breathing doesn't apply to.
I like the hunter
damage, but you
helmet.
pull the bolt back out and do some more damage. That'll be a fun loot. Next up, Crucible. So this armor set is actually pretty fun. Over the years, we've done thematic sets tied to weapon foundries. So in the past, you've seen Hake, you've seen Tex Mechanica, and now Suros is up to bat for the Crucible, and Shax is going to be handing these out. We also have some weapons up to slate. Fusion Rifle is a returning favorite, I believe.
Yep, yeah, Riptide's coming back. We have a new aggressive Void hand cannon and a high impact machine gun.
Awesome. And then let's see, last but not least, Trials of Osiris.
We'll get some new stuff
another
too.
offering for our PvP audience.
It's got leaked last night by
Few
PlayStation
eagle-eyed players
apparently.
may have seen this armor set yesterday. A little sneak preview, totally planned. But yeah, we have a new armor set for each class, and as you can see, coming back with the glows. So as you get more wins on your card, you can unlock gold or red or blue.
Like a leather
and then we
jacket,
have some
bro.
new weapons that are coming as well.
Yeah, like this lightweight Void pulse rifle with
I like the more
your favorite
casual.
model.
I admit, since the set came out on the moon,
casual,
there's,
like,
all the
wear
crufty
kind of
bits on
thing.
it, cleaning it up, having sorry, what frame type did you say?
Lightweight.
Lightweight. Chef's kiss. I cannot wait. And then I believe also we have a preview of a hand cannon. Now, one of our folks on the gameplay team over here was whispering in my ear, day by day, night by night, that these rolls are going to be a bit juiced, right?
Yes, yeah, this is a pretty juiced hand cannon. It's got perks for both PvE, PvP. It's a Strand 140. You can get stuff like Lone Wolf Precision Instrument or Slice Explosive Payload. So you have a lot of options to pick for both PvE and PvP.
Awesome. Yeah, and across all of our activity types, we're trying to sprinkle out some things that players will get excited about. Not just, oh, I'm going to go into PvE to get the PvE gun. Like, there are some PvP roles out there that you can get from your Fireteam ops. There's some PvE roles that you can get from Trials. And that doesn't even cover what we have coming in the dungeon, too. Before we do a little dungeon teaser, I do have a quick announcement as well as we're rolling through the list. We have an open access week that's coming on December 2nd. So for any folks out there that haven't played The Edge of Fate, that is actually going to be included in this open access week. So if your friends haven't played, if you haven't played, hop in, check out the beginning of our new saga.
On the day of Renegades, though.
Some cool loot on the way. It's available to all players for that week, and it also includes some previous content as well, campaign and other. So let's see here. Dungeon. We want to talk about the dungeon. So Equilibrium. This is going to be our new dungeon. The race begins on December 13th
they are going to talk about the
at 10
dungeon.
a.m. So that's the second Saturday. We've already announced the time, but if you haven't penned it in, if you haven't gotten your fire team together, get ready for contest mode. For those that don't know what contest mode is, on day one, right at launch, this is going to be a very difficult difficulty tuned for competition. So if you want to go and try to be the world's first completion, this is your place to shine. And if you win world first, we have a cool trophy or some goodies for you. So contest mode is going to be available for the first 2 days, 48 hours of the dungeon availability. You can earn a really spicy emblem and some cool stuff as you go through that. And after World First has been declared, we will also have normal mode. So if you want to give a pass on some of that harder difficulty content, you just want to dive in and see what's on offer, that'll be there for you. So before we move on, we actually have a fun trailer to show. We can go ahead and roll it.
Oh, trailer for this is the one that you already they showed.
I've made real. I've marshaled a new Imperium to snuff out the light. My violence
That's why they show the dark saber too, bro. Oh, it's so cool. It's so cool. That's why I'm confused. Like, sometimes it seems like it's subclass based, but other times it seems customizable because there's obviously no black subclass or red subclass.
So, watching that trailer, I just realized we actually missed something with invasions. We were talking about the Praxic blade and customization. There are different saber colors, correct?
Yeah, there's
Okay.
a wide
Yes, talk
variety
about
of
it.
classic colors that I think players are going to have fun chasing down.
Yeah, you have to unlock them.
The end game and maybe even invasion.
Awesome. Yeah. I mean,
Invasion
we showed it on
too.
the screen. Red invasions. Yeah.
That's how you get the red one from Invasion.
Right along, ending out
All
our
right,
show,
I guess
we're
I'll
gonna
have
be
to play
covering
it.
what is going on through the end of the year. So during the launch window, we'll have some really cool things coming around. Vanguard orders are coming in week 2. And then after that, we're going to have the Dawning returning. So this is our winter celebration, our event, inviting Guardians to hop in, play some activities, get some fun rewards, and bake cookies for their favorite vendors in our tower.
Interesting.
So Tom,
Wolf
just
armor?
a really brief description for folks that may not know what the Dawning is.
Yeah, so the Dawning, you
Oh, that's
slay
kind of cool. It's got like an
enemies,
aurora on it.
You collect
The
them
glow
as
is like an
ingredients,
aurora.
and then you bake them into delicious treats you feed to your friends.
That's
in
a
the
cool
tower of
idea for
Zavala,
that.
And he's just got thousands of Galardoodles raining down upon him, and he gives you a gift in return, which could be
It's a
you know,
GL
spicy
linear
weapon roll, or
rocket
you might
side
maybe
arm, it
get
looks
some
like.
bright dust from some other pursuits and get this totally cool Winter Wolf armor.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Drifter is outside, like, ooh, you're putting enemies into the cookies? But, yeah.
It's totally a Drifter thing.
Right.
Wait, did they just say you can earn the armor? Or just earn bright dust to get the armor?
Bright dust just by playing the game, or if you want to snag it
Yeah,
from
okay.
Eververse for silver, go right on ahead. But also on top of this
Like
cosmetic,
usual.
we have new weapons that are going to be a part of the Dawning.
Yeah. So we have a burst linear fusion rifle, a breach grenade launcher, and a precision sidearm. And then also with this excellent new holofoil treatment.
That's the
It's
holofoil.
Covered in ice, and then as you fire, it'll slowly melt away the ice. That's cool.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
All right. Oh, and sorry, I have one correction
Not-
being
not my
whispered
favorite
behind me.
shiny,
Dungeon race
but-
starts at 9 a.m. Daylight savings time strikes again.
Gets us every time.
Every time. Oof. All right. So with that Dawning preview over, we are at the end of our show. Thank you so much to everybody for joining us today.
That's pretty cool. I'm
as I
excited.
said earlier, it has been a monumental effort. A ton of folks throughout the team have been crafting this experience, collaborating with Lucasfilm Games, and really just making something for you, our players. And we really, really hope you enjoy it. So thank you for coming. We're going to kick it back to our launch trailer here in case you missed it at the top. And again, if you missed the Vidoc launch trailer, check out our YouTube. And after this, stick around. We're going to be handing it off to one of our community members, Leopard Stealth, a friend to us for many ages, a guardian of all time. But also, I don't believe he existed before 2004, I've been told. So 04 or bust. Thanks again, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Sick. Oh, I can't remember the name of the actors they used. I was gonna Google it, but I forgot. It's the same trailer, right?
Shepherds of humanity is over.
Alright, we don't need to watch this again. At the end? Yeah. Alright, well, see you guys next week when I play the campaign and stuff.